Nehemiah chapter 1. The words of Nehemiah the son of Hachaliah. And it happened in the month Kislew in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan the palace, Hanani one of my brothers came, he and certain men of Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. They said to me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction, and reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. It happened, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept and mourned certain days, and fasted and prayed before the supreme authority, mighty creator of heaven. Said I, beseech you, he exists, supreme authority, mighty creator of heaven, the great and set apart supreme authority, mighty creator, that keeps binding agreement and trust loyalty for them that love him and observe his commands. Let your ear now be attentive, and your eyes open, that you may hear the prayer of your servant worker, which I pray before you now day and night for the children of Israel, your servant workers, and confess the wrongs of the children of Israel, which we have did wrong against you. Both I and my father's house have did wrong. We have dealt very corruptly against you, and have not kept the commands, nor the set rules, nor the fair judgments, which you commanded your servant worker Moses. Remember, I beseech you, the word that you commanded your servant worker Moses, saying, if you transgress I will scatter you abroad among the people nations. But if you turn to me, and keep my commands and do them, though there were of you cast out to the uttermost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from there, and will bring them to the place that I have chosen to set my name there. Now these are your servant workers and your people group, whom you have redeemed by your great power and by your strong hand. O Master Authority, I beseech you, let now your ear be attentive to the prayer of your servant worker, and to the prayer of your servant workers, who desire to fear your name and prosper. I pray you, your servant worker, this day, and grant him favor in the sight of this man, because I was the king ruler's cupbearer. Nehemiah chapter 2. It happened in the month Nisan in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the king ruler, that wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it to the king ruler. Now I had not been before a time sad in his presence. Therefore the king ruler said to me, why is your face sad, seeing you are not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of inner thinking center. Then I was very sore afraid. Said to the king ruler, let the king ruler live forever. Why should not my face be sad, when the city, the place of my father's sepulchres, lies waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire? Then the king ruler said to me, for what do you make request? So I pray to the supreme authority, mighty creator of heaven. Said to the king ruler, if it please the king ruler, and if your servant worker has found favor in your sight, that you would send me to Judah, to the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it. The king ruler said to me, the queen also sitting by him, for how long will your journey be, and when will you return? So it pleased the king ruler to send me, and I set him a time. Moreover I said to the king ruler, if it please the king ruler, let letters be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah. A letter to Asaph the keeper of the king ruler's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the palace, which appertain to the house, and for the wall of the city, and for the house that I will enter into. And the king ruler granted me according to the good hand of my supreme authority, mighty creator, upon me. Then I came to the governors beyond the river, and gave them the king ruler's letters. Now the king ruler had sent captains of the army and horsemen with me. When Sanballat the Horonite, and Tobiah the servant worker the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly, that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel. So I came to Jerusalem, and was there 3 days. I arose in the night, and some few men with me, neither told I any man what my supreme authority, mighty creator, had put in my inner thinking center to do at Jerusalem. Neither was there any beast with me except the beast that I rode upon. I went out by night by the gate of the valley, even before the dragon well, and to the dung gate, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down, and the gates thereof were consumed with fire. Then I went on to the gate of the fountain, and to the king ruler's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass. Then went I up in the night by the brook, and viewed the wall, and turned back, and entered by the gate of the valley, and so returned. The rulers did not know where I went, or what I did, neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the serving leaders, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest that did the work. Then said I to them, you see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lies waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come, let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. Then I told them of the hand of my supreme authority, mighty Creator, which was good upon me, as also the king ruler's words that he had spoken to me. And they said, Let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite, and Tobiah the servant worker the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, What is this thing that you do? Will you rebel against the king ruler? Then answered I them and said to them, The supreme authority, mighty Creator of heaven, he will prosper us. Therefore we his servant workers will arise and build. But you have no portion or right nor memorial in Jerusalem. Nehemiah chapter 3. Then Eliashib the high serving leader rose up with his brothers the serving leaders, and they built the sheep gate. They set it apart, and set up the doors of it even to the tower of me. They set it apart to the tower of Hananiel. Next to him built the men of Jericho, and next to them built Zachar the son of Imri. But the fish gate did the sons of Hassanah build, who also laid the beams thereof, and set up the doors thereof, the locks thereof, and the bars thereof. Next to them repaired Meremoth the son of Urijah the son of Kaz, and next to them repaired Meshullam the son of Berechiah the son of Meshezabeel, and next to them repaired Zadok the son of Baana. Next to them the Tekoites repaired, but their nobles put not their necks to the work of their master authorities. Moreover the old gate repaired Jehoiada the son of Pesa, and Meshullam the son of Bezodiah. They laid the beams thereof, and set up the doors thereof, and the locks thereof, and the bars thereof. Next to them repaired Elisha the Jabinite, and Jadon the Maranothite, the men of Jibon, and of Mizpah to the throne of the governor on this side the river. Next to him repaired Uzziel the son of Harhaiah of the goldsmiths. Next to him also repaired Hananiah the son of one of the apothecaries, and they fortified Jerusalem to the broad wall. Next to them repaired Rephaiah the son of Hur, the ruler of the half part of Jerusalem. Next to them repaired Jediah the son of Harumath, even over against his house. And next to him repaired Haddash the son of Hashabniah, Malchijah the son of Harim, and Hashab the son of Pahath-Moab repaired the other piece and the tower of the furnaces. Next to him repaired Shallum the son of Halohesh, the ruler of the half part of Jerusalem, he and his daughters. The valley gate repaired Hanan, and the inhabitants of Zanoh. They built it, and set up the doors thereof, the locks thereof, and the bars thereof, and 1,000 cubits on the wall to the dung gate. But the dung gate repaired Malchiah the son of Rechab, the ruler of part of Beth-Exor. He built it, and set up the doors thereof, the locks thereof, and the bars thereof. But the gate of the fountain repaired Shallum the son of Colhose, the ruler of part of Mizpah. He built it, and covered it, and set up the doors thereof, the locks thereof, and the bars thereof, and the wall of the pool of Shiloh by the king ruler's garden, and to the stairs that go down from the city of David. After him repaired Nehemiah the son of Esbuk, the ruler of the half part of Bethsur, to the place over against the sepulchres of David, and to the pool that was made, and to the house of the mighty. After him repaired the Levites Rehum the son of Bani. Next to him repaired Hashabiah the ruler of the half part of Keilah in his part. After him repaired their brothers Babai the son of Henadad, the ruler of the half part of Keilah. Next to him repaired Ezer the son of Jeshua, the ruler of Mizpah, another piece over against the going up to the armory at the turning of the wall. After him Baruch the son of Zabbai earnestly repaired the other piece from the turning of the wall to the door of the house of Eliashib the high serving leader. After him repaired Meremoth the son of Urijah the son of Kaz, another piece from the door of the house of Eliashib even to the end of the house of Eliashib. After him repaired the serving leaders, the men of the plain. After him repaired Benjamin and Hashab over against their house. After him repaired Azariah the son of Maaseiah the son of Ananiah by his house. After him repaired Binui the son of Henadad, another piece from the house of Azariah to the turning of the wall even to the corner. Powell the son of Uzai over against the turning of the wall, and the tower which lies out from the king ruler's high house that was by the court of the prison. After him Pedaiah the son of Parosh. Moreover the Nethinims dwelt in Ophel to the place over against the water gate toward the east, and the tower that lies out. After them the Tekoites repaired another piece over against the great tower that lies out even to the wall of Ophel. From above the horse gate repaired the serving leaders, everyone over against his house. After them repaired Zadok the son of Immer over against his house. After him repaired also Shemiah the son of Shechaniah, the keeper of the east gate. After him repaired Hananiah the son of Shelemiah, and Hanan the sixth son of Zalaph another piece. After him repaired Meshullam the son of Berechiah over against his chamber. After him repaired Micaiah the goldsmith's son to the place of the Nethinims and of the merchants over against the gate Mifkad, and to the going up of the corner. Between the going up of the corner to the sheep gate repaired the goldsmiths and the merchants. Nehemiah chapter 4. It happened that when Sanballat heard that we built the wall, he was angry and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. He spoke before his brothers in the army of Samaria and said, What do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, Even that which they build, if a fox go up, he will even break down their stone wall. Hear, O our supreme authority, mighty Creator, because we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for spoil in the land of captivity. Cover not their wrongdoing, and let not their wrong be blotted out from before you, because they have provoked you to anger before the builders. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together to the half thereof, because the people group had a inner thinking center to work. It happened that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very angry. They conspired all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. Nevertheless, we made our prayer to our supreme authority, mighty Creator, and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Judah said, The strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build the wall. Our adversary said, They will not know neither see till we come in the midst among them, and kill them, and cause the work to cease. It happened that when the Jews which dwelt by them came, they said to us 10 times, From all places from where you will return to us, they will be upon you. Therefore set I in the lower places behind the wall, and on the higher places I even set the people group, after their families, with their swords, their spears, and their bows. I looked and rose up, and said to the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people group, Do not be afraid of them, remember he exists, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brothers, your sons, and your daughters, your wives, and your houses. It happened, when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and the supreme authority, mighty Creator, had brought their counsel to nothing, that we returned all of us to the wall, everyone to his work. It happened from that time forth that the half of my servant workers worked in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears, the shields, and the bows, and the habergeons, and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah, they which built on the wall, and they that bore burdens with those that loaded. Everyone with one of his hands worked in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon. For the builders everyone had his sword girded by his side, and so built, and he that sounded the trumpet was by me. I said to the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people group, The work is great and large, and we are separated upon the wall, one far from another. In what place therefore you hear the sound of the trumpet, resort you there to us. Our supreme authority, mighty Creator, will fight for us. So we labored in the work, and half of them held the spears from the rising of the morning till the stars appeared. Likewise at the same time said I to the people group, Let everyone with his servant worker lodge within Jerusalem, that in the night they may be a guard to us, and labor on the day. So neither I nor my brothers, nor my servant workers, nor the men of the guard which followed me, none of us put off our clothes, saving that everyone put them off for washing. Nehemiah chapter 5. There was a great cry of the people group, and of their wives against their brothers the Jews, because there were that said, We our sons and our daughters are many, therefore we take up corn for them, that we may eat and lie. Some also there were that said, We have mortgaged our lands, vineyards, and houses, that we might buy corn, because of the famine. There were also that said, We have borrowed money for the king ruler's tribute, and that upon our lands and vineyards. Yet now our flesh is as the flesh of our brothers, our children as their children, and look, we bring into bondage our sons and our daughters to be servant workers, and some of our daughters are brought into bondage already, neither is it in our power to redeem them, because other men have our lands and vineyards. I was very angry when I heard their cry and these words. Then I consulted with myself, and rebuked the nobles and the rulers, and said to them, You exact usury every one of his brother. And I set a great assembly against them. said to them, we after our ability have redeemed our brothers the Jews, which were sold to the people nations, and will you even sell your brothers, or will they be sold to us? Then they held their peace and found nothing to answer. Also I said, it is not good that you ought you not to walk in the fear of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, because of the reproach of the people nations our enemies. I likewise and my brothers and my servant workers might exact of them money and corn. I pray you let us leave off this usury. Restore, I pray you, to them even this day their lands, their vineyards, their oliveyards, and their houses, also the 100th part of the money, and of the corn, the wine, and the oil that you exact of them. Then said they, we will restore them and will require nothing of them, so will we do as you say. Then I called the serving leaders, and took an oath of them that they should do according to this promise. Also I shook my lap and said, so the supreme authority, mighty Creator, shake out every man from his house and from his labor that performs not this promise, even thus be ye shaken out and emptied. And all the congregation said, so let it be, and gave great honor with joy to he exists. And the people group did according to this promise. Moreover, from the time that I was appointed to be their governor in the land of Judah, from the 20th year even to the 32nd year of Artaxerxes the king ruler, that is 12 years, I and my brothers have not eaten the bread of the governor, but the former governors that had been before me were chargeable to the people group, and had taken of them bread and wine, beside 40 shekels of silver. Yes, even their servant workers bore rule over the people group. But so did not I, because of the fear of the supreme authority, mighty Creator. Yes, also I continued in the work of this wall, neither bought we any land, and all my servant workers were gathered there to the work. Moreover, there were at my table 150 of the Jews and rulers, beside those that came to us from among the people nations that are about us. Now that which was prepared for me daily was 1 ox, and 6 choice sheep, also fowls were prepared for me, and once in 10 days store of all sorts of wine. Yet for all this required not I the bread of the governor, because the bondage was heavy upon this people group. Think upon me, my supreme authority, mighty Creator, for good according to all that I have done for this people group. Nehemiah chapter 6. It happened, when Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arabian and the rest of our enemies heard that I had built the wall, and that there was no breach left therein, though at that time I had not set up the doors upon the gates, that Sanballat and Geshem sent to me, saying, come, let us meet together in some one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But they thought to do me mischief. I sent messengers to them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease, while I leave it and come down to you? Yet they sent to me 4 times after this sort, and I answered them after the same manner. Then sent Sanballat his servant worker to me in like manner the 5th time, with an open letter in his hand, wherein was written, it is reported among the people nations, and Gashmu says it, that you and the Jews think to rebel, for which cause you build the wall, that you may be their king ruler according to these words. You have also appointed speakers to preach of you at Jerusalem, saying, there is a king ruler in Judah, and now will it be reported to the king ruler according to these words. Come now therefore, and let us take counsel together. Then I sent to him, saying, there are no such things done as you say, but you feign them out of your own inner thinking center, because they all made us afraid, saying their hands will be weakened from the work, that it be not done. Now therefore, O supreme authority, mighty Creator, strengthen my hands. Afterward I came to the house of Shimei the son of Delaiah the son of Mehetabeel, who was shut up. And he said, let us meet together in the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, within the set-apart house, and let us shut the doors of the set-apart house, because they will come to slay you. Yes, in the night will they come to slay you. I said, should such a man as I flee, and who is there that, being as I am, would go into the set-apart house to save his life? I will not go in. Look, I perceived that the supreme authority, mighty Creator, had not sent him, but that he pronounced this prophecy against me, because Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid, and do so, and wrong, and that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me. My supreme authority, mighty Creator, think you upon Tobiah and Sanballat according to these their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the speakers that would have put me in fear. So the wall was finished in the 25th day of a month, a lull in 52 days. It happened that when all our enemies heard thereof, and all the people nations that were about us saw these things, they were much cast down in their own eyes, because they perceived that this work was worked of our supreme authority, mighty Creator. Moreover, in those days the nobles of Judah sent many letters to Tobiah, and the letters of Tobiah came to them, because there were many in Judah sworn to him, because he was the son-in-law of Shechaniah the son of Era, and his son Johanan had taken the daughter of Meshullam the son of Berechiah. Also they reported his good deeds before me, and uttered my words to him. And Tobiah sent letters to put me in fear. Nehemiah chapter 7. It happened, when the wall was built and I had set up the doors, and the porters and the singers and the Levites were appointed, I gave my brother Hanani and Hananiah the ruler of the palace charge over Jerusalem, because he was a faithful man and feared the supreme authority, mighty Creator above many. I said to them, let not the gates of Jerusalem be opened until the sun be hot, and while they stand by let them shut the doors, and bar them, and appoint watches of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, everyone in his watch, and everyone to be over against his house. Now the city was large and great, but the people group were few therein, and the houses were not built. My supreme authority, mighty Creator, put into my inner thinking center to gather together the nobles and the rulers and the people group, that they might be reckoned by genealogy. And I found a register of the genealogy of them, which came up at the first, and found written therein, these are the children of the prophets that went up out of the captivity of those that had been carried away, whom Nebuchadnezzar the king ruler of Babylon had carried away, and came again to Jerusalem, and to Judah everyone to his city, who came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Ramaiah, Nahamani, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispereth, Bigai, Nehambana. The number, I say, of the men of the people group of Israel was this: the children of Parash 2,170 and 2, the children of Shephatiah 370 and 2, the children of Ara 650 and 2, the children of Pahath Moab, of the children of Jeshua and Joab 2,818, the children of Elam 1,250 and 4, the children of Zatu 840 and 5, the children of Zakkai 703 score, the children of Binui 640 and 8, the children of Bibai 620 and 8, the children of Ezbah 2,320 and 2, the children of Adonikim 660 and 7, the children of Bigvai 2,003 score and 7, the children of Adon 650 and 5, the children of Ader of Hezekiah 90 and 8, the children of Hashem 320 and 8, the children of Bezai 320 and 4, the children of Harith 112, the children of Jibon 90 and 5, the men of Bethlehem and Netopha 180 and 8, the men of Anathoth 120 and 8, the men of Beth Azmaveth 40 and 2, the men of Kirjath Jearim, Chephirah and Beeroth 740 and 3, the men of Ramah and Gaba 620 and 1, the men of Michmas 120 and 2, the men of Bethel and Ai 120 and 3, the men of the other Nebo 50 and 2, the children of the other Elam 1,250 and 4, the children of Harim 320, the children of Jericho 340 and 5, the children of Lod Hadid and Onu 720 and 1, the children of Senol 3,930, the serving leaders, the children of Judea of the house of Jeshua 970 and 3, the children of Immer 1,050 and 2, the children of Pashur 1,240 and 7, the children of Harim 1,017, the Levites, the children of Jeshua of Kadmiel and of the children of Hodva 70 and 4, the singers, the children of Asaph 140 and 8, the porters, the children of Shalom, the children of Ader, the children of Talman, the children of Akab, the children of Hatita, the children of Shobai 130 and 8, the Nethinims, the children of Ziha, the children of Hashapha, the children of Tabbaoth, the children of Keros, the children of Jah, the children of Pedon, the children of Labana, the children of Hagaba, the children of Shalmai, the children of Hanan, the children of Giddel, the children of Gahar, the children of Reiah, the children of Rezin, the children of Nekoda, the children of Gazan, the children of Uzza, the children of Thesa, the children of Besai, the children of Munim, the children of Nephishesam, the children of Bakbuk, the children of Hekapha, the children of Harher, the children of Baslath, the children of Mehida, the children of Harsha, the children of Barkos, the children of Sisera, the children of Tama, the children of Neziah, the children of Hatipha, the children of Solomon's servant workers, the children of Sotai, the children of Sophor, the children of Perida, the children of Jala, the children of Darkon, the children of Giddel, the children of Shephatiah, the children of Hattil, the children of Pochereth of Zebaim, the children of Ammon. All the Nethinims and the children of Solomon's servant workers were 392. These were they which went up also from Telmah till Harshacherub, Adon, and Immer. But they could not show their father's house nor their seed, whether they were of Israel. The children of Deliah, the children of Tobiah, the children of Nekoda, 642. Of the serving leaders, the children of Habiah, the children of Koz, the children of Barzillai, which took one of the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite to wife, and was called after their name. These sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but it was not found, therefore were they as polluted, put from the serving leader work. The Tershathus said to them, that they should not eat of the most set-apart things till there stood up a serving leader with Urim and Thummim. The whole congregation together was 42,303 score, beside their servant workers and their maids, of whom there were 7,337, and they had 245 singing men and singing women, their horses 736, their mules 245, their camels 435, 6,720 asses. Some of the chief of the fathers gave to the work, the Tershatha gave to the treasure 1,000 drams of gold, 50 basins, 530 serving leaders' garments. Some of the chief of the fathers gave to the treasure of the work 20,000 drams of gold, and 2,200 pounds of silver. That which the rest of the people group gave was 20,000 drams of gold and 2,000 pounds of silver and 67 serving leaders' garments. So the serving leaders and the Levites and the porters and the singers and some of the people group and the Nethinims and all Israel dwelt in their cities, and when the 7th month came, the children of Israel were in their cities. Nehemiah chapter 8. All the people group gathered themselves together as one man into the street that was before the water gate, and they spoke to Ezra the scribe to bring the book of the instruction law of Moses, which he exists had commanded to Israel. Ezra the serving leader brought the instruction law before the assembly, both of men and women and all that could hear with understanding, upon the first day of the 7th month. He read therein before the street that was before the water gate from the morning until midday before the men and the women and those that could understand. And the ears of all the people group were attentive to the book of the instruction law. Ezra the scribe stood on a pulpit of wood which they had made for the purpose, and beside him stood Mattithiah and Shema and Ananiah and Urijah and Hilkiah and Maaseiah on his right hand, and on his left hand Pedaiah and Mishael and Malchiah and Hashem and Hashbaddanah, Zechariah and Meshullam. Ezra opened the book in the sight of all the people group, because he was above all the people group, and when he opened it, all the people group stood up. Ezra blessed he exists, the great supreme authority, mighty creator, and all the people group answered, so let it be, so let it be, with lifting up their hands. And they bowed their heads, and bowed down he exists with their faces to the ground. Also Jeshua, and Bunni, and Sherebiah, Jamin, Akab, Shabbatai, Hadijah, Maaseiah, Kelita, Azariah, Jozbad, Hanan, Paliah, and the Levites caused the people group to understand the instruction law, and the people group stood in their place. So they read in the book in the instruction law of the supreme authority, mighty creator, distinctly, and gave the sense and caused them to understand the reading. Nehemiah, which is the Tershatha, and Ezra the serving leader, the scribe, and the Levites that taught the people group, said to all the people group, this day is set apart to you exists your supreme authority, mighty creator, mourn not nor weep. Because all the people group wept when they heard the words of the instruction law. Then he said to them, go your way, eat the fat, and drink the sweet, and send portions to them for whom nothing is prepared, because this day is set apart to our master authority, neither be you sorry, because the joy of he exists is your strength. So the Levites stilled all the people group, saying, hold your peace, because the day is set apart, neither be you grieved. All the people group went their way to eat and to drink and to send portions and to make great mirth, because they had understood the words that were declared to them. On the second day were gathered together the chief of the fathers of all the people group, the serving leaders, and the Levites to Ezra the scribe, even to understand the words of the instruction law. They found written in the instruction law which he exists had commanded by Moses, that the children of Israel should dwell in booths in the feast of the 7th month. that they should publish and proclaim in all their cities and in Jerusalem, saying, Go forth to the mount and fetch olive branches and pine branches and myrtle branches and palm branches and branches of thick trees to make booths, as it is written. So the people group went forth and brought them and made themselves booths, every one upon the roof of his house and in their courts and in the courts of the house of the supreme authority mighty Creator and in the street of the water gate and in the street of the gate of Ephraim. All the congregation of them that were come again out of the captivity made booths and sat under the booths. Because since the days of Joshua the son of Nun to that day had not the children of Israel done so, and there was very great gladness. Also day by day from the first day to the last day he read in the book of the instruction law the supreme authority mighty Creator. And they kept the feast 7 days, and on the 8th day was a solemn assembly according to the manner. Nehemiah chapter 9. Now in the 24th day of this month the children of Israel were assembled with fasting and with sackcloths and earth upon them. The seed of Israel separated themselves from all strangers and stood and confessed their wrongs and the iniquities of their fathers. They stood up in their place and read in the book of the instruction law of He exists their supreme authority mighty Creator 1/4 part of the day, and another 4th part they confessed and bowed down He exists their supreme authority mighty Creator. Then stood upon the stairs of the Levites Jeshua, and Bani Kadmiel Shebaniah Bani Sherebiah Bani, and Chenani, and cried with a loud voice to He exists their supreme authority mighty Creator. Then the Levites Jeshua, and Kadmiel Bani Hashabniah Sherebiah Hadijah Shebaniah and Pethahiah said, Stand up, and give great honor with joy to He exists your supreme authority mighty Creator forever and ever, and blessed be your glorious name, which is exalted above all, giving great honor with joy and praise. You even you are He exists alone. You have made heaven, the heaven of heavens with all their host, the land, and all things that are therein, the seas and all that is therein, and you preserve them all, and the host of heaven worships you. You are He exists, the supreme authority mighty Creator, who did choose Abraham and brought him forth out of Ur of the Chaldees and gave him the name Abraham, found his inner thinking center faithful before you, and made a binding agreement with him to give the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the Girgashites, to give it, I say, to his seed, and have performed your words, because you are right, did see the affliction of our fathers in Egypt, and heard their cry by the Red Sea, showed signs and wonders upon Pharaoh and on all his servant workers, and on all the people group of his land, because you knew that they dealt proudly against them, so did you get you a name as it is this day, divided the sea before them, so that they went through the midst of the sea on the dry land. And their persecutors you threw into the deeps as a stone into the mighty waters. Moreover you led them in the day by a cloudy pillar, and in the night by a pillar of fire to give them light in the travel path wherein they should go. You came down also upon Mount Sinai, and spoke with them from heaven, and gave them right fair judgments and true instruction laws, good set rules and commands, made known to them your set apart Sabbath, and commanded them commands, set rules and instruction laws, by the hand of Moses your servant worker, gave them bread from heaven for their hunger, and brought forth water for them out of the rock for their thirst, and promised them that they should go in to possess the land which you had sworn to give them. But they and our fathers dealt proudly, and hardened their necks, and listened not to your commands, refused to obey, neither were mindful of your wonders that you did among them, but hardened their necks, and in their rebellion appointed a captain to return to their bondage. But you are supreme authority, mighty Creator, ready to pardon, gracious and full of compassion, slow to anger, and of great trust, loyalty, and forsook them not. Yes, when they had made them a molten calf, and said, This is your supreme authority, that brought you up out of Egypt, and had worked great provocations. Yet you in your manifold mercies forsook them not in the wilderness. The pillar of the cloud departed not from them by day to lead them in the travel path, neither the pillar of fire by night to show them light, and the travel path wherein they should go. Gave also your good creative breath to instruct them, and withheld not your manna from their mouth, and gave them water for their thirst. Yes, 40 years did you sustain them in the wilderness, so that they lacked nothing, their clothes waxed not old, and their feet swelled not. Moreover you gave them kingdoms and people, nations, and divided them into corners, so they possessed the land of Sihon, and the land of the king ruler of Heshbon, and the land of Og king ruler of Bashan. Their children also multiplied you as the stars of heaven, and brought them into the land concerning which you had promised to their fathers, that they should go in to possess it. So the children went in and possessed the land, and you subdued before them the inhabitants of the land, the Canaanites, and gave them into their hands with their king rulers, and the people group of the land, that they might do with them as they would. They took strong cities, and a fat land, and possessed houses full of all goods, wells dug, vineyards, and oliveyards, and fruit trees in abundance. So they did eat, and were filled, and became fat, and delighted themselves in your great goodness. Nevertheless they were disobedient, and rebelled against you, and cast your instruction law behind their backs, and killed your speakers, which testified against them to turn them to you, and they worked great provocations. Therefore you delivered them into the hand of their enemies, who vexed them, and in the time of their trouble, when they cried to you, you heard them from heaven, and according to your manifold mercies you gave them saviors, who saved them out of the hand of their enemies. But after they had rest they did evil again before you, therefore left you them in the hand of their enemies, so that they had the dominion over them. Yet when they returned and cried to you, you heard them from heaven, and many times did you deliver them according to your mercies. Testified against them that you might bring them again to your instruction law, yet they dealt proudly, and listened not to your commands, but did wrong against your fair judgments, which if a man do he will live in them, and withdrew the shoulder, and hardened their neck, and would not hear. Yet many years did you forbear them, and testified against them by your creative breath in your speakers, yet would they not give ear, therefore gave you them into the hand of the people nations of the lands. Nevertheless for your great mercy's sake you did not utterly consume them, nor forsake them, because you are a gracious and merciful supreme authority, mighty creator. Now therefore our supreme authority, mighty creator, the great, the mighty, and the terrible supreme authority, mighty creator, who keeps binding agreement and trust loyalty, let not all the trouble seem little before you that has come upon us, on our king rulers, on our princes, and on our serving leaders, and on our speakers, and on our fathers, and on all your people group, since the time of the king rulers of Assyria to this day. Howbeit you are just in all that is brought upon us, because you have done right, but we have done wickedly. Neither have our king rulers, our princes, our serving leaders, nor our fathers kept your instruction law, nor listened to your commands and your testimonies, wherewith you testified against them, because they have not served you in their kingdom rule, and in your great goodness that you gave them, and in the large and fat land which you gave before them, neither turned they from their wicked works. Look, we are servant workers this day, and for the land that you gave to our fathers to eat the fruit thereof and the good thereof, look, we are servant workers in it. It yields much increase to the king rulers whom you have set over us. Because of our wrongs also they have dominion over our bodies, and over our cattle at their pleasure, and we are in great distress. Because of all this we make a sure binding agreement, and write it, and our princes, Levites, and serving leaders seal to it. Nehemiah chapter 10. Now those that sealed were Nehemiah the Tirshatha the son of Hachaliah, and Sidkijah, Sariah, Azariah, Jeremiah, Pashur, Amariah, Melchijah, Hattush, Shebaniah, Melech, Haram, Meremoth, Obadiah, Daniel, Jonathan, Baruch, Meshullam, Abijah, Mijamin, Maaziah, Bilgai, Shemiah. These were the serving leaders. The Levites, both Jeshua the son of Azaniah, Binwiah the sons of Henadad, Kadmiel, their brothers Shebaniah, Hadijah, Kalita, Peliah, Hanan, Mikar, Rehab, Hashabiah, Zachar, Sherebiah, Shebaniah, Hadijah, Bani, Beninu, the chief of the people group, Harash, Pahath, Moab, Elam, Zatubani, Bani, Azgad, Bibai, Adnijah, Bigvai, Adin, Ader, Hizkijah, Azar, Hadijah, Hashem, Bezai, Harif, Anathoth, Nebai, Magbash, Meshullam, Hezir, Meshizabiel, Zadok, Jadua, Palasha, Hanan, Anaiah, Hasha, Hananiah, Hashem, Halohish, Pilha, Shobek, Rehum, Hashabna, Mosiah, Ahijah, Hananan, Malach, Harambala. The rest of the people group, the serving leaders, the Levites, the porters, the singers, the Nethinims, and all they that had separated themselves from the people nations of the lands to the instruction law of the supreme authority, mighty creator, their wives, their sons, and their daughters, everyone having knowledge and having understanding. They joined with their brothers, their nobles, and entered into a curse and into an oath to walk in the instruction law of the supreme authority, mighty creator, which was given by Moses, the servant worker of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and to observe and do all the commands of he exists, our master authority, and his fair judgments and his set rules, that we would not give our daughters to the people nations of the land, nor take their daughters for our sons. If the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the set-apart day, and that we would leave the 7th year, and the exaction of every debt. Also we made ordinances for us, to charge ourselves yearly with the 3rd part of a shekel for the service of the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, for the showbread and for the continual meat offering and for the continual burnt offering of the Sabbaths of the new moons, for the set feasts and for the set-apart things, and for the wrong offerings, to make atonement for Israel and for all the work of the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator. We cast the lots among the serving leaders, the Levites, and the people group, for the wood offering to bring it into the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, after the houses of our fathers at times appointed year by year, to burn upon the altar of He exists, our supreme authority, mighty Creator, as it is written in the instruction law, to bring the first fruits of our ground and the first fruits of all fruit of all trees year by year to the house of He exists. Also the firstborn of our sons and of our cattle, as it is written in the instruction law, and the firstlings of our herds and of our flocks, to bring to the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, to the serving leaders that minister in the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, that we should bring the first fruits of our dough and our offerings, and the fruit of all manner of trees of wine and of oil, to the serving leaders, to the chambers of the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, and the tithes of our ground to the Levites, that the same Levites might have the tithes in all the cities of our tillage. The serving leader, the son of Aaron, will be with the Levites, when the Levites take tithes, and the Levites will bring up the tithe of the tithes to the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator, to the chambers into the treasure house, because the children of Israel and the children of Levi will bring the offering of the corn of the new wine and the oil to the chambers, where are the vessels of the set-apart place, and the serving leaders that minister, and the porters and the singers, and we will not forsake the house of our supreme authority, mighty Creator. Nehemiah chapter 11. The rulers of the people group dwelt at Jerusalem. The rest of the people group also cast lots to bring 1 of 10 to dwell in Jerusalem, the set-apart city, and 9 parts to dwell in other cities. The people group blessed all the men that willingly offered themselves to dwell at Jerusalem. Now these are the chief of the province that dwelt in Jerusalem. But in the cities of Judah dwelt everyone in his possession in their cities, to wit, Israel, the serving leaders, and the Levites, and the Nethinims, and the children of Solomon, servant workers. In Jerusalem dwelt certain of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, of the children of Judah, Attiah the son of Uzziah, the son of Zechariah, the son of Amariah, the son of Shephatiah, the son of Mahalaleel, of the children of Perez, Maaseiah the son of Baruch, the son of Kolhoseh, the son of Haziah, the son of Adiah, the son of Joirib, the son of Zechariah, the son of Shalomi. All the sons of Perez that dwelt at Jerusalem were 468 valiant men. These are the sons of Benjamin: Salu the son of Meshullam, the son of Joe, the son of Pedaiah, the son of Kaliah, the son of Maaseiah, the son of Ithiel, the son of Josiah. After him Gabbai Selai 928. Joel the son of Zichri was their overseer, and Judah the son of Senua was second over the city. Of the serving leaders, Jediah the son of Joirib, Jachin, Sariah the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Meraioth, the son of Ahitub, was the ruler of the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator. Their brothers that did the work of the house were 820. And Adiah the son of Jeroham, the son of Pelaliah, the son of Amzi, the son of Zechariah, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, his brothers chief of the fathers 240. And Amashai the son of Azareel, the son of Ahasai, the son of Meshillemoth, the son of Immer, their brothers mighty men of valor 128. And their overseer was Zabdiel, the son of one of the great men. Also of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashab, the son of Azarkan, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Bani, Jabbatai, and Jozabad of the chief of the Levites had the oversight of the outward business of the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator. Mattaniah the son of Micah, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, was the principal to begin the thanksgiving in prayer, and Bukiah the second among his brothers, and Abba the son of Shammua, the son of Gal, the son of Jeduthun. All the Levites in the set-apart city were 284. Moreover the porters Akab, Talman, and their brothers, that kept the gates were 172. The residue of Israel of the serving leaders, and the Levites were in all the cities of Judah, everyone in his inheritance. But the Nethinims dwelt in Ophel, and Zehah and Chispa were over the Nethinims. The overseer also of the Levites at Jerusalem was Uzzi the son of Bani, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micah. Of the sons of Asaph the singers were over the business of the house of the supreme authority, mighty Creator, because it was the king ruler's commandment concerning them, that a certain portion should be for the singers' due for every day. Pethahiah the son of Meshezabeel of the children of Zerah the son of Judah was at the king ruler's hand, in all matters concerning the people group for the villages with their fields. Some of the children of Judah dwelt at Kirjatharba, and in the villages thereof, and at Dibon, and in the villages thereof, and at Jekabzeel, and in the villages thereof, and at Jeshua, and at Moladah, and at Bethphilit, and at Hazar Shual, and at Beersheba, and in the villages thereof, and at Ziklag, and at Mechana, and in the villages thereof, and at Rimmon, and at Sariah, and at Jarmuth, Zanoadullam, and in their villages at Lachish, and the fields thereof at Azekah, and in the villages thereof, and they dwelt from Beersheba to the valley of Hinnom. The children also of Benjamin from Jeba dwelt at Michmesh, and Ajah, and Bethel, and in their villages, and at Anathoth Nabananiah, Hazer Ramah-Gittim, Hadad Zeboim Nebalat, Lod, and Ono, the valley of craftsmen. Of the Levites were divisions in Judah and in Benjamin. Nehemiah chapter 12. Now these are the serving leaders and the Levites that went up with Zerubbabel the son of Shealtiel, and Jeshua, Sariah, Jeremiah, Ezra, Amariah, Malach, Hattush, Shechaniah, Rehum, Meremoth, Iddo, Genetho, Abijah, Maiamin, Modiah, Bilgah, Shemaiah, Joyarib, Jediah, Selua, Hilkiah, Judea. These were the chief of the serving leaders and of their brothers in the days of Jeshua. Moreover the Levites, Jeshua, Binui, Kadmiel, Sherebiah, Judah, and Mattaniah, which was over the thanksgiving, he and his brothers. Also Bakbukiah and Ani their brothers were over against them in the watches. Jeshua begat Joachim, Joachim also begat Eliashib, and Eliashib begat Joiada. Joiada begat Jonathan, and Jonathan begat Jaddua. In the days of Joachim were serving leaders, the chief of the fathers of Sariah, Mariah, of Jeremiah, Hananiah, of Ezra, Meshullam, of Amariah, Jehohanan, of Melichu, Jonathan, of Shebaniah, Joseph, of Harim, Adnah, of Marioth, Helkai, of Iddo, Zechariah, of Jonathan, Meshullam, of Abijah, Zikri, of Minia, Ammon, of Modiah, Piltai, of Bilgah, Shamua, of Shemaiah, Jehonathan, of Joyarib, Mattaniah, of Didiah, Uzi, of Salakeliah, of Amok, Aber, of Hilkiah, Hashabiah, of Didiah, Nethaneel. The Levites in the days of Eliashib, Joiada, and Johanan, and Jaddua were recorded chief of the fathers, also the serving leaders to the reign of Darius the Persian. The sons of Levi, the chief of the fathers, were written in the book of the Chronicles even until the days of Johanan the son of Eliashib. The chief of the Levites, Hashabiah, Sherebiah, and Jeshua the son of Kadmiel with their brothers, over against them to give great honor with joy, and to give thanks according to the commandment of David the man of the supreme authority, mighty Creator ward, over against ward, Mattaniah and Bakbukiah, Obadiah, Meshullam, Talman, Akab, were porters keeping the ward at the thresholds of the gates. These were in the days of Joachim the son of Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and in the days of Nehemiah the governor, and of Ezra the serving leader the scribe. At the dedication of the wall of Jerusalem they sought the Levites out of all their places to bring them to Jerusalem to keep the dedication with gladness, both with thanksgivings and with singing, with cymbals, psalteries, and with harps. The sons of the singers gathered themselves together both out of the plain country round about Jerusalem, and from the villages of Netophathi, also from the house of Gilgal, and out of the fields of Jeba and Asmaveth, because the singers had built them villages round about Jerusalem. The serving leaders and the Levites purified themselves, and purified the people group and the gates and the wall. Then I brought up the princes of Judah upon the wall, and appointed 2 great companies of them that gave thanks, whereof one went on the right hand upon the wall toward the dung gate. After them went Hashiah and half of the princes of Judah, Azariah, Ezra, and Meshullam, Judah and Benjamin, and Shemaiah and Jeremiah, certain of the serving leaders' sons with trumpets, namely Zechariah the son of Jonathan, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mattaniah, the son of Micaiah, the son of Zachar, the son of Asaph. His brothers Shemaiah and Azarel, Milalai, Gilalai, Nathaniel, and Judah Hanani, with the musical instruments of David, the man of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and Ezra the scribe, before them. At the fountain gate, which was over against them, they went up by the stairs of the city of David, and the going up of the wall above the house of David, even to the water gate eastward. The other company of them that gave thanks went over against them, and I after them, and the half of the people group upon the wall from beyond the tower of the furnaces, even to the broad wall, from above the gate of Ephraim, and above the old gate, and above the fish gate, and the tower of Hananiel, and the tower of Mead, even to the sheep gate. And they stood still in the prison gate. So stood the two companies of them that gave thanks in the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, and I, and half of the rulers with me. The serving leaders, Eliakim, Mosiah, Amaniel, Micaiah, Elionai, Zechariah, and Hananiah with trumpets, Mosiah, and Shemaiah, and Eleazar, and Uzi, and Jehohanan, and Malchijah, and Elam, and Ezer, and the singers sang loud with Jezrahiah their overseer. Also that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced, because the supreme authority, mighty creator, had made them rejoice with great joy. The wives also and the children rejoiced, so that the joy of Jerusalem was heard even afar off. At that time were some appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them out of the fields of the cities the portions of the instruction law for the serving leaders and Levites. Because Judah rejoiced for the serving leaders and for the Levites that waited, they kept the word of their supreme authority, mighty creator, and the word of the purification, according to the commandment of David and of Solomon his son. Because in the days of David and Asaph of old there were chief of the singers, and songs of praise, and giving great honor with joy to the supreme authority, mighty creator. All Israel in the days of Zerubbabel and in the days of Nehemiah gave the portions of the singers and the porters every day his portion, and they set apart things to the Levites, and the Levites set apart them to the children of Aaron. Nehemiah chapter 13. On that day they read in the book of Moses in the audience of the people group, and therein was found written that the Ammonite and the Moabite should not come into the congregation of the supreme authority, mighty creator, forever, because they did not meet the children of Israel with bread and with water, but hired Balaam against them, that he should curse them. Howbeit our supreme authority, mighty creator, turned the curse into a blessing. It happened when they had heard the instruction law that they separated from Israel all the mixed multitude, before the Eliashib the serving leader, having the oversight of the chamber of the house of our supreme authority, mighty creator, was allied to Tobiah. He had prepared for him a great chamber, for before a time they laid the meat offerings, the frankincense, and the vessels, and the tithes of the corn, the new wine, and the oil, which was commanded to be given to the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the offerings of the serving leaders. But in all this time was not I at Jerusalem, because in the 32nd year of Artaxerxes, king ruler of Babylon, came I to the king ruler, and after certain days obtained I leave of the king ruler. I came to Jerusalem, and understood of the evil that Eliashib did for Tobiah in preparing him a chamber in the courts of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator. It grieved me sore, therefore I cast forth all the household stuff of Tobiah out of the chamber. Then I commanded, and they cleansed the chambers, and there brought I again the vessels of the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, with the meat offering and the frankincense. I perceived that the portions of the Levites had not been given them, because the Levites and the singers that did the work were fled every one to his field. Then contended I with the rulers, and said, Why is the house of the supreme authority, mighty creator, forsaken? And I gathered them together and set them in their place. Then brought all Judah the tithe of the corn and the new wine and the oil to the treasuries. I made treasurers over the treasuries, Shelemiah the serving leader, and Zadok the scribe. And of the Levites Pedaiah, and next to them was Hanan the son of Zachar the son of Mattaniah, because they were counted faithful, and their office was to distribute to their brothers. Remember me, O my supreme authority, mighty creator, concerning this, and wipe not out my good deeds, that I have done for the house of my supreme authority, mighty Creator, and for the offices thereof. In those days saw I in Judah some treading winepresses on the Sabbath, and bringing in sheaves and lading asses, also wine grapes and figs and all manner of burdens, which they brought into Jerusalem on the Sabbath day. And I testified against them in the day wherein they sold victuals. There dwelt men of Tyre also therein, which brought fish and all manner of ware, and sold on the Sabbath to the children of Judah, and in Jerusalem. Then I contended with the nobles of Judah, and said to them, What evil thing is this that you do, and profane the Sabbath day? Did not your fathers thus, and did not our supreme authority, mighty Creator, bring all this evil upon us and upon the city? Yet you bring more wrath upon Israel by profaning the Sabbath. It happened that when the gates of Jerusalem began to be dark before the Sabbath, I commanded that the gates should be shut, and charged that they should not be opened till after the Sabbath. And some of my servant workers set I at the gates, that there should no burden be brought in on the Sabbath day. So the merchants and sellers of all kind of ware lodged outside Jerusalem once or twice. Then I testified against them, and said to them, Why lied you about the wall? If you do so again, I will lay hands on you. From that time forth they came no more on the Sabbath. I commanded the Levites that they should cleanse themselves, and that they should come and keep the gates to set apart the Sabbath day. Remember me, O my supreme authority, mighty Creator, concerning this also, and spare me according to the greatness of your trust loyalty. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. Their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' speech, but according to the language of each people nation. I contended with them, and cursed them, and struck certain of them, and plucked off their hair, and made them swear by the supreme authority, mighty Creator, saying, You will not give your daughters to their sons, nor take their daughters to your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king ruler of Israel, wrong by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king ruler like him, who was beloved of his supreme authority, mighty Creator. And the supreme authority, mighty Creator, made him king ruler over all Israel. Nevertheless even him did outlandish women cause to wrong. Will we then listen to you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our supreme authority, mighty Creator, in marrying strange wives? One of the sons of Joiada, the son of Eliashib, the high serving leader, was son-in-law to Sanballat the Horonite. Therefore I chased him from me. Remember them, O my supreme authority, mighty Creator, because they have defiled the serving leader work, and the binding agreement of the serving leader work, and of the Levites. Thus cleansed I them from all strangers, and appointed the wards of the serving leaders, and the Levites everyone in his business, for the wood offering at times appointed, and for the first fruits. Remember me, O my supreme authority, mighty Creator, for good.